Welcome to Thoroughbred Action. Ron Nicoletti here. We got 11 races on tap. We're going to check out the track, the weather conditions, and turn it over to the track announcer, Pete Aiello.
The weather, partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the low 90s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast. No turf racing scheduled today. In the first race, scratch number 7, UFO. Racing at Gulfstream. Toward the inside, it's Rodhan and one more Duke, the first two to begin. The race favorite Jackpot Cree is taken in hand to race behind them in third. Lighting Arrow up on the outside is now fourth. Two back to the rail and Numinous racing together with Secret Power. Paired off at the back, Whiskey, Tango, Disco, and Rudy. Around the first turn they go at a sedate early gallop. The leader is one more Duke by 3/4 of a length. Rodhan is second. Jackpot Cree third at the inside with Lighting Arrow in fourth. Secret Power's headstrong and fighting the rating out 4 and 5 deep. It's a length and a half to Numinous in front of Whiskey, Tango, Disco, and the trailer is Rudy. They've put a bit of speed on now after just a 24 and 4 opening quarter. The leader, one more Duke. Up on the outside, Secret Power was not happy with the tempo, so he went up to engage the leader. In between them, Lighting Arrow had his hand forced from a tactical standpoint. He's now between horses. It's a length and a half back to the rail and Rodhan. Shuffling back, Jackpot Cree. He's now about 5 lengths off the speed, together with Numinous. 5 ahead of Whiskey, Tango, Disco. And lingering at the back is Rudy. He's taken no role in this. To the far turn they go. They went 49 and 1 for the opening half mile. Vasquez lets out a notch on the Duke. One more Duke who leads by 2 with 5/16 to go. From the inside, Lighting Arrow working hard with Secret Power. Also hard at work, Jackpot Cree, and he has traffic problems. Rodhan is on his outside, then Numinous as they reach the top of the stretch. 3/4, 113 and 1 off the turn. In the stretch drive, the Duke has the lead. One more Duke, 1/8 of a mile out with a 6-length cushion. Secret Power is second, Jackpot Cree is third. One more Duke with yards to go. He's got it won. It's one more Duke in the colors of Blackacre Farm to win the Saturday opener by 4 lengths. Secret Power second, Jackpot Cree third. Up for fourth was Numinous ahead of Lighting Arrow in 144 and 4. In the gate, and they're off. Awesomely Wild off a step slow. Ridden hard between horses, O'Hearn reaching out for the early lead. The gray boombox Betty has speed. Sweet Agenda moving over from the far outside. It's Pedro Pena and Sweet Agenda to the top. O'Hearn is second, but these two are going awfully quick. They've opened 5 in a hurry over Boombox Betty, who's a settled down third. 2 more to Cuddle the Kitten, fourth at the inside, followed next by La Dynamita. On her outside is Looking to Rock, who's dropped better than 10 lengths off this ambitious early gallop. The 2 at the back, Pretty Geisha and Awesomely Wild. The opening quarter is supposed to be entirely too fast, 23 and 3 as they head their way to the half-mile point. O'Hearn has the lead, Sweet Agenda's alongside second. Cuddle the Kitten runs into the bridle for Camacho and takes over third from Boombox Betty, who's back to fourth. 5 ahead of Pretty Geisha, then La Dynamita. The 2 at the back, Looking to Rock and Awesomely Wild. They round the far turn. 46 and 3 for wicked half-mile speed. The leader is Sweet Agenda. She's paid a stiff toll for the front. Cuddle the Kitten looms a major danger on the outside and is moving right to her now. Up the inside, Pretty Geisha comes alive, takes over third and angles for a run. Underway from the back is Awesomely Wild. 3/4 complete. They're on their way home. It's Cuddle the Kitten who has the lead through 3/4 in 12 and 2. Pretty Geisha, Wesley Henry to the attack second. 5 ahead of the others. La Dynamita putting in a rally. They're 1/8 of a mile from home, and Cuddle the Kitten responding here to Camacho with a 2-length lead. Pretty Geisha is second. She's well clear of the others, but Cuddle the Kitten has the lead. Second is Pretty Geisha. Cuddle the Kitten is in front. A length and a half winner over Pretty Geisha in second. Close for third. Can't call it. Either La Dynamita or Awesomely Wild. Then Looking to Rock.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
They're off. Horsing around off a step slow. At the rail, Gotta Be Madison fires up to take the lead from Sorella Bella, who moves to take second. On the far outside, Bodacious Queen. Warrior Sophie's in the blue, trying to get a spot between them is horsing around, and down at the inside, Perfect Twirl en route to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's Gotta Be Madison on top a length and a quarter. Sorella Bella is now second. Warrior Sophie lands a good spot. Third at the inside and starting to gain ground. Back to fourth, that's on the outside, Bodacious Queen ahead of Horsing Around. She's second last and not responding yet. The trailer a long way is Perfect Twirl. 22-1 for the opening quarter. They reach the top of the stretch. It's Gotta Be Madison who turns in on top. From the outside, Sorella Bella is now second, trying to work in for a run as Horsing Around. Keeping her in is Bodacious Queen, and at the inside, it's Warrior Sophie. Eighth of a mile from home. They Gotta Be Madison, her strides are shortening. Looking for room, Horsing Around. Now she might have room. She's trying to reach Sorella Bella, who just took the lead. Sorella Bella is in front. Horsing Around's going to get her. Horsing Around is in front. Not an optimum trip, but the result was just fine. Horsing Around beats Sorella Bella in 1:04.2. They're off. Commendatore with an excellent reaction from the gate, reaching out for the early lead. Here's Easy or Not rushing up between horses on the far outside. Give It Time. Toward the rail, it's Noble Pride. And the long shot, Mr. Aventus, will settle in last of the five. They chase Sammy Camacho and Commendatore. Commendatore's in a nice rhythm on the front end. He has the lead 3 parts of a length. Give It Time is second. Angle to the clear is Easy or Not third. At the rail, that's Noble Pride into fourth. And 2.5 more to Mr. Aventus. Opening quarter, quite reasonable, 22-4. Half a mile remains. Commendatore has the lead. Here's the favorite, Easy Orb, not making ground into second, passing Give It Time, who's all in third. At the rail, Noble Pride is part of this while racing into third now, and Mr. Aventus is last. The real race starts to materialize as Easy Orb Not goes after Commendatore with 5/16 to go. Noble Pride tries to tip and roll off the in-battle duo through a 45-4 half mile. Outside, Easy Orb Not. Inside, Commendatore fights to hold it. 3 back to Noble Pride, who hasn't kicked in with the top 2 yet. They're on their way home. With the inside edge, it's still Commendatore. Outside, Easy Orb Not. 3 back to Noble Pride. They're an 1/8 of a mile from home. Commendatore finding under pressure. He has the lead by 2. Easy Orb Not tried, but he can't reach him. It's Commendatore as the second choice to win it. Well handled by Sammy Camacho, 2.5 in front. Easy Orb Not second. Noble Pride ran third, well clear of Mr. Aventus fourth in 1:23.4. They're off. Slow to break, ton of laughs. Quick to break, Game Energy fires right to the early lead and will try to get over. In between horses, it's Divine Blue, and up the inside, Bella Jack, Forever Again, is into the top flight today. A gap of 2 more to Del Rosario, ahead of Ton of Laughs, and the early trailer is Dixie Escape. Around the first turn they go. Game Energy works in the 3 lane, but has the lead by a 1.5 lengths and is striding comfortably. At the rail, Bella Jack is now second. To the far outside, Forever Again. In between horses, Divine Blue. 3 back to Del Rosario. Blue colors about 5 lengths off the lead. 3.5 clear of Ton of Laughs and Dixie Escape at the back. 24 seconds for the opening quarter. Less than 6 furlongs remains. Anthony Thomas and Game Energy plot the course. They lead by a length and a half, almost 2 now. Let out a notch mid-race. Forever Again is second. Toward the rail, that's Bella Jack in third. Angling to the clear, Divine Blue, giving room to Del Rosario. 2.5 more to Ton of Laughs. And the trailer is Dixie Escape. 47-4 for the opening half mile. Game Energy put on some speed in the second quarter and heads into the far turn on top by 3. Bella Jack is second. From the far outside, that's Divine Blue. In between horses, Forever Again. Del Rosario held up for a run by hind horses, a length in front of Ton of Laughs. Herrera's trying to get more out of her. She's on the far outside as Game Energy bravening up. They reach the top of the stretch through 3 quarters in 1:12-2. It's Game Energy with a big head start. She leads by 5 lengths off the corner. Ton of Laughs starts to do some work with Del Rosario running right with her. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. The leader is Game Energy by 5 lengths. Del Rosario's in a battle with the outside horse Ton of Laughs for second. They come past the 16th pole and Game Energy has the lead. It's Game Energy and Anthony Thomas, a gate-to-wire winner. Ton of Laughs is second. Del Rosario third. Dixie Escapes up fourth. Then Divine Blue. And they're off. At the inside, Banneker was away quickly and reaches out for the early advantage. And moving up on the outside, Maitre D is now second. 3-0 as at the rail into third from Nixbro, who's away in early fourth. Rachel's Coach is off the inside. If Not for Luck is last of all. They chase Banneker past the half-mile grounds. It's Banneker in front. He leads by a length and a half. 3-0 looking for a rail run. Out 3 wide, that's Maitre D. Getting shuffled back in that exchange was Nixbro. Moving on the far outside, Rachel's Coach, and If Not for Luck is last. Opening quarter was 22-1. They round the far turn with 5/16 to go. It's Banneker who still has the lead. They're queuing up in behind him. From the outside, Rachel's Coach. Farther out, If Not for Luck. White blinkers. Nixbro hooks for a run. 3-0 is at the rail, and they're on their way home. It's Banneker who still has a clean pair of heels. He tries to turn them all back. From between horses, Nixbro. Outside, that's running on If Not for Luck. Yards to go. Banneker shortening up. On the outside, it's If Not for Luck surging to him. Back to third goes Nixbro. They come for the wire. If Not for Luck is up in time. Second is Banneker. Third is Nixbro. Fourth was 3-0. Then Rachel's Coach in 103 flat.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
And they're off. Good start toward the inside for Bay of Bengal, who's going to head off for the early advantage. Brother Brad coaxed into the race early on his outside. Political Riot bangs into Outlaw Country as they're fanned right across the course. Simo's going to emerge in the white blinkers to contest the issue. It's crowded up front. That's good news for O Captain fans as he lingers toward the back of the field ahead of Al Almeek, and the trailer is Speed Control. There's been no speed control on the front end. The opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. Bay of Bengal along the rail is now stuck ahead in front. In between horses, Simo is second. Brother Brad tries to run with them. Political Riots on the far outside. Two back to Outlaw Country. Then to the rail. That's an improving run from O Captain in front of Al Meek, and the trailer is speed control. They pass the half-mile marker and move to the far turn. No rest for the weary here. With the advantage, Bay of Bengal through a 47-second half-mile. Simo is second. 3 wide and sent along. Brother Brad third. Underway, here's O Captain with a bold blitz on the far outside. He's moving good now. O Captain 4 wide into contention while still on the bridle. They pass the 5/16 now. First to drop anchor, Simo. Up to the lead, it's Bay of Bengal taken on by Brother Brad. On the far outside, O Captain. Al Meek is 40-1 in Hunt's Racing Room. They move by 3/4, 112-1. They're on their way home. On the outside, O Captain in between horses and trying to run home is Brother Brad. Along the inside, Bay of Bengal. 3 chances here. A 16th to go, and emboldened by the challenge between. Brother Brad sticks his neck in front. He likes to fight. He's in front, and he'll win it. It's Brother Brad, hard fought, a half-a-length winner. Second, O Captain. Third, Bay of Bengal. Fourth was Al Meek in 138-4. They're off. The favorite, Radar Control, a huge speedball, blew the start. Last to begin, 3 lengths last. This will definitely change the complexion of the race. Reaching out for the rail, and the advantage is Sticky McSchnickens. Out in the center, it's Fear. In between horses, Jabba Ding Dong. Right with them and Aegon Targaryen. 3 back to Neonate, moving out the rail, Zevi Zone. And at the back of the field, Radar Control will have to learn a new tactic, but he's on the march now. Look at Radar Control rolling up on the outside. 21-1 for the opening quarter. Sticky's in front. Sticky McSchnickens by a neck. Far outside, Radar Control. From between horses, Fear. Then it's back to the outside edge. Gemalama Ding Dong, Neonate, Aegon Targaryen, hooked to the outside, Zevi Zone. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Radar Control. He just put a neck in front. Radar Control is the leader. Sticky McSchnickens is second. Neonate on the outside. Fear is next. Just yards to go. Radar Control so much the best, it's not funny. Radar Control wins. Radar Control proves much the best to beat Sticky McSchnickens with Neonate third, then Fear in 56-3. They're out the post. And they're off. On the far outside, Frida gets the first call and goes looking for the lead. Fighting the rating is Chapita. In between horses, that's Jamaican Destiny charging to challenge with Sky Over Kingston to the top flight. Sky Over Kingston now shoves a neck in front of Frida en route to the half-mile point. On the far outside, that's Sweet Dream Lady into third from Artun, who's now racing in fourth. At the rail, that's Chapita, who's now fifth, a length and a half in front of Prism Pool Pat. Blue colors toward the rail. New Lease on Life and Duchess Eleanor are next. Jamaican Destiny's on the far outside, second last, and the one way at the back is Miss Magical. Around the far turn they race, with the advantage now. Frida in between horses for a neck lead. 3 wide, Sweet Dream Lady holding the rail, Sky Over Kingston. 3 more to Arton, who racing from fourth. 5th at the rail in Chapita. 2.5 clear of Duchess Eleanor, then Prism Pool Pat as they reach the top of the stretch. 45-2 for a strong half mile. Sweet Dream Lady rising forward on the outside of the embattled duo, Sky Over Kingston and Frida. Farther out it's Arton, who with 1/8 of a mile to go. Sweet Dream Lady now gains a narrow lead. Frida fights hard toward the rail. Sky Over Kingston still right there, but the final call goes to Sweet Dream Lady. Sweet Dream Lady 3 parts of a length. Sky Over Kingston second. Frida third. Arton, who ran fourth in 1:11-1. They're off. Louis the Sun King off in a tangle, about a length and a half slower than the others. Esperone keyed up for a quick early lead. From the inside, Extendo catching up well second. Out in the center, it's Victory Achieved. In between horses, Rookie. Out in the center, And You Wish is in the white and blue colors, about 6 lengths off the speed. The two at the back, Sasua Summer and Louis the Sun King. To the far turn they go, chasing Miguel Vasquez and Esperone on top by 3.5. Victory Achieved is now second, and You Wish bidding up 3 wide into third. Extendo hard at work, fourth toward the rail, back to Rookie, out wide on the course in Sasua Summer. The trailer is Louis the Sun King. They drilled the quarter, but that's the way Esperone does business. He turns in on top by 2. Victory Achieved is second, and You Wish down the center, out the rail Extendo. Louis the Sun King is on late. Esperone starts to get on fumes now. Here's Victory Achieved, who takes dead aim. Victory Achieved on the outside. Victory perceived is Victory Achieved, and Victory Achieved will win it. Second, Esperone. Third, And You Wish. Fourth was Louis the Sun King in 55-4. And runners away. The veteran Light Fury bounces away quickly from his inside gate and reaches out to try to set the tempo. On the far outside, Fly Eric Fly. In between horses, both Toro Forward and Hot Take Jake in the charge around the first turn. Space Launch is in the imaginary colors, 5th at the inside, with Corte Fuego in the green 6th. Maktub on the bridle early, second last. The early trailer is Rock the Stars. Around the first turn they go, Edgar Zayas letting Light Fury strut his stuff. He went 23-4 for the opening quarter and enters the backstretch on top by 2.5. Hot Take Jake second. Toro Forward is now third. Fly Eric Fly and the Sky Max Silks on the far outside fourth. 2 more to the rail. That's Space Launchers racing together with Corte Fuego. Still lingering at the back, Maktub and Rock the Stars. En route to the half-mile stage, it's Light Fury through a 47.5 mile. He leads by a length. Hot Take Jake second. Up to the outside, Fly Eric Fly is a stretched out third, 5 ahead of Toro Forward fourth. Then it's Space Launch and Maktub, Rock the Stars on the outside, and the trailer is Corte Fuego. Around the far turn they go. Husbands moves on Fly Eric Fly, and he's up to confront Light Fury for the lead. Hot Take Jake tries to run with them, trying to run home from the back at Space Launch. Maktub just behind him. 3/4, 111 flat, they're on their way home. Fly Eric Fly set sail for the money, 2 on top. Toward the inside, Light Fury tries to hold on for a slice. Maktub and Space Launcher next. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Fly Eric Fly has the lead, but he's not home yet. Maktub ducks to the inside. Space Launch down the center. Just yards to go, and now Fly Eric Fly has officially put it away. Fly Eric Fly to win it. Very close for second, either Space Launch or Maktub. Rock the Stars fourth, and Light Fury to complete your high five in 141-2.
That wraps up the Saturday card, but a big Sunday mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six. They're expecting over $1 million in the pool. It'll kick off in race number 4, races 4 through 9. Going to be a really exciting day. Good night. Good luck.